Welcome to our business meeting of Case Study 1. I will first introduce you to all the people of the Hudson Corporation and they will tell you what their function is.
I am Menneviel, I'm the interim consultant of Hudson.
I'm Jordi Tessa and I'm the sales manager.
Bailey Smets, I'm from the marketing department.
My name is Jordi Pijnenberg, I do public relations.
And my name is Charlie Tijn and I'm the general manager of the Hudson Corporation. Well everyone, let's start. Good morning everyone. It's time we get down to business. Firstly, I would like to welcome you all to this meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Has everybody read the minutes of the last meeting?
Yes.
Good. There are some urgent points on today's agenda. I suggest that we're going to talk about the marketing strategies in our European markets. And I suggest we deal with the urgent matters first and then move on to the less pressing matters. How does that sound to you all?
Sounds good.
Nice. I suggest we tackle Bailey's point first about repositioning the Hudson brand, then move on to Jordi's point about developing the Hudson brand, followed by Jordi's point about using e-commerce for the sales. And then after this we can discuss the less pressing matters. Does that meet with everyone's approval?
Yeah, all good.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's start with Bailey then and take it away, Bailey.
I think it's smart if we go and reposition the brand. After our market research, we saw that 72% of the people said that our suitcases were too expensive. So I think a solution to this problem would be go and manufacture our products in countries where the labor costs are lower than in America. This means that we got to drop the promotion that we have right now, the Made in America. If we go and produce our suitcases in countries with low labor costs, such as India or China, it means we can lower our prices so more people can buy our products. It will reassure that we have a high volume in the market. I'm sure it's important for a company to maintain the good quality we have right now. That's something our customers do really appreciate about our brand. So we need to watch that if we go to China or India, that we're not deteriorating our brand image with bad quality products from the lower labor countries. So I do think that quality is something we need to really think highly of. Our suitcases will still be stylish, cool and fashionable, but only lower in the production cost. So this will lead that less people think they are too expensive to buy.
Okay, thank you, Bailey. But I'm just a little concerned about dropping the label of Made in America. I don't know if it's going to affect our brand image. You know, what will happen if we use Made in China or Made in India?
Yeah, I knew someone was going to ask something like that, so that's why I talked about it with our intern consultant Mano. He can tell you something more about this.
Yeah, we also discussed this matter. First of all, I think if we're truly considering moving our production to China or a similar country, that we are going to lose the Made in America tag. We also can implement the much lower production cost, but it's not worth it, personally I think. Quality is one of our key features that we currently have on our brand. The same quality that customers appreciate in our brand. Second, yes, 72% of the people in the market research thinks that our brand is expensive, but that doesn't mean they are not willing to buy it. What separates us from the competition is our brand is associated with high quality and craftsmanship. Two things I think we are going to lose if we move our production to China or a similar country. And in my opinion, this will lead to an even more decrease of our marketing share we currently have.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's very important to maintain the
yes, but we can, in my opinion, you can mention made in China and high quality in the same sentence. Yes, we will decrease our production cost, but it will not. It will influence our quality.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
don't think
understand what you mean.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, we discussed this last week, and I also mentioned it's not a good idea, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I understand it, but.
Yeah, because I think we have to hold on to the brand image of the Hudson Corporation, and that's just a high quality and exclusive for the people.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jordi, what do you think of this?
Yes, I disagree with Bailey. I don't think it's not a good idea, the cheap price. We have to hold it exclusive. We have to sell it in a high price range. People with money don't buy the cheap clothes, so they will only buy the quality with the high price.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will tell you something first. I will take notes of all the matters we're discussing here. Next week, on Monday, I will have a meeting with our CEO of the Hudson Corporation, and we're going to talk about what we've discussed here. So after my meeting next week, we will meet again, and we will discuss what I have discussed with the CEO. Let's move on to Jordi's point about developing that.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. But before you begin, can you maybe put that points you discussed with the CEO on the email to me, then I can file it in the file report.
Yeah, sure. I will do that straight after my meeting with the
Yes,
CEO.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I will start. I think that if we make our products more expensive, yeah, we can make an exclusive brand for people who have more money to spend. The products will be luxury products, only for the people with a lot of money, not for the people who don't have a lot of money. They can buy it. Yeah, the people in the higher price range. It's a great idea for our brand, I think. We can also hold the Made in America label, so we don't, we don't have the Made in Vietnam or China label. I think it looks very cheap. People will spend more money for the products because it looks more expensive, the American label. And even if it's not more expensive, we can also make the brand more famous. We can advertise on TV. We can let famous people wear the clothes or brand in a film. I already know 2 French film stars. They're very popular. They are interested in endorsing our new range. They are famous, sophisticated, and influential. This is the best way to promote our brand for a new and better life.
Okay. Thank you. But may I interrupt you there? I think
Yes.
you're missing the point, because why only French endorsers? As we can try to have like endorsers in the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany. Why only French?
So you want them all around the world, you mean?
Well, not all around the world, but let's say in the west of Europe, where the wages are in the countries where the wages are higher than the standard. I think we should focus on that countries where the wages are high, and just in Europe.
For the start.
I understand your skepticism in Jordi's project proposal, but think about it this way. If we make our brand more exclusive and more appealing for people with influence, we will maintain, first of all, our Made in America label and our high quality. That's we talked about it. We just talked about that. That I'm not a fan of that. And our it's so important. I just mentioned that, our quality. Plus, we can explore opportunities on the highest segment of the market. Because people with high influence, most of them have more money to spend on luxury items like suitcases, and eventually our name will be well known in France, and further in the year maybe in the Netherlands or Germany, Belgium, for example. But it's also possible with a good introduction. This will only be possible with a good introduction campaign. So if we handle that right, I'm sure of it, we can create a well-known brand outside the USA and also in Europe, and not only France. But let's start small. Let's only start with France and eventually move on to other countries.
Okay, thank you. Jordi, what do you think of this?
Yes, first of all, I think holding the Made in America label is a good idea, just for the name that we have now. I didn't think of it that way yet. We need to make sure we keep what we stand for. So I think it's just very important for us to keep it this way. What's also a good idea is letting people wear it and promote it a little bit more, so people see our brand more and maybe buy it more. What I'm also curious about is, do you want to make the existing products more expensive as well, or only the new products we are going to make?
Yeah, let's put our current products not on a higher price range, but the new products we should. We should. So we can make a statement that they are exclusive. So the new is better than the old.
Okay, so if you want to make a new product line, you want to make it more expensive, but the current product line stays the same price.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Well, let's move on then to Jordi's point about developing sales using e-commerce.
Yes, I think it's very important to talk about this. These days, the internet has a very big role in selling fashion items. As we know, people are looking for low prices and sale items on the internet to buy. That's because they have lots of choices in what you can buy. So it's important for us to make sure. It's important for us to make sure we are online, that we are almost everywhere on the internet. That's what I'm trying to say.
We type our name in Google search bar and we come up
Yes,
with
yes, exactly like that.
forestry.
Exactly like that. That's why I want to spend more time to develop our e-commerce. In my opinion, we need to sell our brand a lot more on the internet, as I said. Of course, we need to make sure people visit our websites, and so we have to make sure we promote this a lot on the internet. The second thing that's important to make sure our items we are selling, we have to sell them at very competitive prices. We can put our more items in sale collection and lower the prices by 5 to 10%. I think this will draw a lot of attention to the customers, so we can develop our e-commerce.
Okay.
I fully agree here with Jordi. He also thinks that we should lower the prices. This is really important to make sure that people will buy our products. So what I said in my previous statement really connects with what he just said over here. I really think it will strengthen our company. More people will be tempted to buy our products off the internet because of the cheaper prices.
Okay, thank you.
Alright. But developing e-commerce, do you want to put our products with a discount on the internet, or how do you see that? What's your idea about it? Because I'm a little bit concerned if you put our products with too high discounts, that we're going to be associated with low quality. We want to be exclusive, so yeah, what's your idea about it? Because
Yeah,
I'm a little bit skeptic about
I
it.
see what you're coming from. I think on the internet, items are selling a lot lower prices than in stores anyway. But I think we shouldn't make the product line too cheap also, because it's going to affect our sales. And as we know, people bought our expensive products anyway. So I don't think we have to lower the price too much, but just a little bit. As I said, 5 to 10% max. So that's how I think about it.
And then only our current line, not our new line that will come in October.
No, only our current line. Yes, not the new line. We have to sell just at a normal price, as we always do.
Just something like summer sales and winter sales.
Yeah,
and
exactly like that.
The
So-
low
So a
products
product
for
has to
cheaper
be
prices.
product has to be a year old before we put it with a discount.
Yes,
in.
yes.
Yeah, maybe a year or half a year we can.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
year we get a new line of products. So
Yeah.
maybe
Can
it's smart to
sell.
put every year.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we
old
just have to
line.
make sure that we don't make the products too cheap. So
No,
yeah.
just like you said, 5-10%.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough. Yes.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I think we just have to figure out what's the best for our sales as a company. I will discuss it with our CEO. Thank you all for your input, and I would like to go on to your next point, hire a top designer.
Yes, also thought about this. I think it's a good opportunity for us to hire a new top designer. I think it's a great opportunity for us to expand our range of products, but also to get us more customers. We can make our target even bigger than it is now. I'm talking about new products like small suitcases and shoulder bags to travel with. Of course, it must be easy to carry with you. We are looking for customers who know what they want. People are not afraid to spend a little bit money, but we already know that's what we always do. First of all, we need to know what they really want, and from there we could make us a whole new label. It have to be useful, the products, and good looking, of course. I think we just need to keep with the old-fashioned style, but just give it a little bit extra classy look to it. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I don't think I think we need to get rid of the old-fashioned, the old-fashioned ID. We need to improve our products.
I disagree with that. We go to a higher segment. Maybe we go to the high segment. People with more class, just so you're saying. This results are from a current target group. So the current target group that we have is middle class, and they think our products are expensive and old-fashioned. Maybe that will be different in another target group with more money to spend. But if you hire a top designer, do you think it needs to be an American designer, so it have no more connection with the Made in America label, or a European designer, so we have more connection with the European market?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
You told me the details.
Yes.
Maybe you have some input on my question on that?
Yes. Yeah, we can hire an American designer because we have also the Made in America label.
Yeah.
And if we take also the designer, American designer, it connect to each other. So I think it's better, selling better.
I think it's a good idea to renew our style a bit and go more international with this, and just get on someone from Europe. I think it just expands our customer range. Maybe it's a little bit of a risk, but I think it's a good one.
Yeah, we can also consider hiring an American designer for an American line, and a European designer for a European line. So.
Hoi. 5 minuten.
Okay, Tom.
So we can have 2 different lines in a year, but we have to discuss it, and I will certainly discuss it with the CEO of the company.
Maybe Bailey can run a marketing search in Europe to find out what's the most popular style: modern, classic, urban.
Yeah.
I will talk about this with my department. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah, okay. Me too. Yes.
Maybe the interns can help you with it.
Okay. I want to go on with the less urgent matters. Starting with Bailey about develop a wider product range.
Yeah, I'm sure this would be a good solution too if we go and develop our product range. This will mean that we're going to sell more products than only the suitcases that we're selling right now. I suggest that we still keep our products very stylish, so our brand image won't deteriorate. I'm thinking about products such as wallets, name card holders, shoulder bags, things like that. I also think that we should make a big assortment for men, women and children. So we have a big for everyone something else. This will result that we have stylish, exciting bags for everyone. So we can get rid of the old-fashioned brand image we have now. Produce more than only the suitcases and bags that we now produce. So I think this will lead our company to a whole new direction, and it will also lead to a bigger market advantage.
Okay, but do you want to produce standard production, or do you also want to allow customers to customize their own products?
Well, I've talked about it with someone, and he can tell you more about this.
Okay.
We ran this through to what do the customers want. First of all, I'm going to talk about the product range, developing the product range. I think it's a great idea to extend our product range, but rather than introducing all products at once on the market, I suggest we introduce a new product each month, so we can see how that will work out. If it doesn't work out, we don't have to continue
Producing more.
putting new products on the market each month. We can't stop with that.
But do you think you can let customers customize the products or not?
Yeah, I'll come to that.
Okay.
I'm just first of all talking about extending a product range.
Okay. Yes. Go on.
About your question, I don't think in the beginning we need to let customers change the style or the way it looks, like styling, on our products. We have a classic look, and I just mentioned some people think it's old-fashioned, but to us, our current market, we're moving to a new target group. So maybe they have they don't need to, or they don't have the urge to change how product looks. They appreciate our classic look.
So
I don't think it's old-fashioned, but classic.
You don't want to get rid of this fashion look.
I suggest we first hold off letting them change our product. If the market search will tell us now maybe they're asking to change a product, they want to customize it to their personal interests, then we can consider it. But
Okay.
let's put that in the fridge for with an ice.
Yeah. Okay. Then we move on to our last matter about stretching the Hudson brand. Well, I want to suggest that we are going to cooperate with a high quality brands like Switch from the watch and jewelry. What?
I think it's not a good idea, because then we are like two companies producing one product, and I don't really like that idea, because we're like a really good independent company. So I don't think we need another company to work with. I think we can do it on our own.
Okay.
On the positive side, Switch is a well-known company for their watches, jewelry, the army knives, but it's not relevant. So we don't have to be concerned about creating brand image, because they already are well known for their quality and high value products.
But it's a whole other brand image than our bags and things like that we produce.
Yeah, but we don't have to set up a new market for watches, because they already have that.
Yeah, okay.
But are you talking about a whole new product line, or just a new label, or what? Do you mean?
Maybe we can produce some watches with our corporate identity in it and their corporate identity in it, or suitcases with their identity and with our identity.
Okay.
But I also believe we are going to be seen as a more reliable brand who offers fashionable products, which are worth value for money. I've heard your what you think of working together with a company like Swiss.
Yeah.
I still going to discuss it with the CEO, because I think we can really grow with that strategy if we just cooperate with other brands.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah?
Yes, I only won't make it too big in the beginning. Just start small and look what it goes from there.
we can start with in the first year with watches, and let's see if that works out. If it works out, we can extend with other companies.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't take too much risk in the first year. That was what I'm advising.
Yeah.
Because we already have lost some of our market share.
Yeah.
So it would be a shame if we lose our invest money and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So just start small.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We have discussed all the matters on our agenda. I just want to sum up what we have discussed today. We have to look at the possibilities for making the products cheaper, or do we want to keep it exclusive? That means, are we going to move to other countries, or do we stay in the USA? We also have discussed the opportunities for working with endorsers. We have all agreed that it's a great idea, but we just have to look in which countries do we want to have an endorser, or where not. We've also discussed about e-commerce. We have to look for the opportunities. What can we do on the internet?
stunts with prices,
yes.
things like that.
You know, are we going to make sales or are we going to put the whole line on it? We just have to discuss and see it. We also talked about hire a top designer. In my opinion, we can combine this with stretching the brand. So yeah, we can work together with high quality brands and top designers, so we have a really good, solid product. Overall, the most important thing that we have to work out is to look if we want to be exclusive or do we want to reposition ourselves and make the product cheaper. So we are creating a bigger market for ourselves as a company. Who wants to take the lead in the research here?
Yeah, I vote for make it more exclusive.
Okay, Menno will take the lead on that.
We can look for the possibilities.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I suggest we will plan the next meeting on Friday next week at 11 a.m. I will have the meeting with the CEO on Monday at 2 p.m. So I will work all the matters out and I will send it to you all so you can prepare yourself for the next meeting. I will also make sure you have the minute of this meeting. Is there any other business you want to discuss here?
Yeah, we will put points of interest in the meeting with CEO to me on email so I can follow it.
Yes.
Then we have
That's
everything.
all.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
okay. If you have any questions or ideas, don't hesitate and contact me. I'm always, if you need me, I will always be there for you all.
Yeah, that's great.
I want to thank you for your attention and have a nice evening.
Same to you.
Yes,
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Let's
very
wrap
much.
up and
Yes.
shall we?
Sir.
Thank you very much.